Yes, it's a book.
Ah, okay. Okay. So, my name is Marcio Nunes. I live from my city, Cala de Linhares, in the state of Espírito Santo. I'm 45 years old. I'm married. I live with my wife and my son. I have a little dog. Uh, I like a lot conversation, different subjects. Another day, I entered one meeting the think 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 pensamento computacional, the meeting about uh, technology. I forgot the name, the roles. Camila Camille. Uh, for me, interesting because I learn a lot. Another subject, not I use in my life. Here today, another subject. I don't know about this book and the movie. For me, interesting. The depends on conversation. I interesting watch and read this book. That's it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now you, Nati, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Nachi. Actually, my name is Nathaniele. I'm 32 years old. I live in Realeza, Ceará. I live just with my pet, Kika. Probably she'll start to bark soon. I don't have kids. I work as a secretary. Actually, today's I completed 2 months in my new job. And I never heard about this book, and I really like to read. I read a lot because I'm in a book club. When I saw the trailer on Amazon, I think it was a series. It's just this I didn't watch because I don't have time to follow series. But as as a movie, probably I will watch this weekend.
Okay, perfect. The book is way better than the movie, obviously, because it's so poetic. It has a little bit of cliche, but at the same time, it's not cliche because it's a new world, and we get to know how politics works, how the politicians organize themselves, because Alex Mothers is doing elections, so she needs to work really really hard to get approval by the people. So now let's talk about the things. Question number one: have you ever thought about the USA president's son falling in love with a prince? In real life, do you believe it will ever be possible? Marcia said it can be possible at the beginning of the conversation, but do you still believe in it? Do you think there's no restrictions for this kind of love?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think it's very hard happening this situation in real life because the first the distance the English and the US, another the prince and the son the president US, two people have several activities doing in your life because success your father uh, in the future. Another case about the travel, for example, the son, the president US is necessary one how much people for get one travel because security and another people the same the principle the English another case about the ex, ex, explore, I forgot. Show your life about the news, I forgot the name, reportage. The same case, Princess Diana, where she go is a lot of I forgot the name, reporters and another things. I believe it is histories in real life is very, very complicated about these factors. I said this question. You muted.
Yeah, thank you. I was asking Natty if she is agree with you or not.
Yeah, I never thought about this because I'm not thinking about the USA in general. But I think it's possible these two guys fall in love, but I'm not sure if they live this love would be possible because when you are in a politician in this job that you are in public, they have to show a certain image. And for more than the president said, oh no, we are pro LGBTQ rights or pro-abortion. I don't know. They can't say this because has a lot of people that are not so open mind, and they have to try to uh, obtain these votes of these people too. So I think it is not so easy the person be who they are in this kind of situation.
Yeah, I think I agree with Natty. Even though I think I have thought about this before I read the book, because I love, gay romance and things like that. So eventually we can see, I don't know, stories like this, but I'm not sure if in real life people could get to be together, as they are in the movie. It's so hard, not just by the society, but because I know one of them is a prince and he's meant to be in the royal family, and it means he has to be with a girl, with a woman, and have children eventually. And the other, it's working in politician, and he has to be a model to society. And we know that society are not so open-minded about LGBTQIA community and gay couples occupying positions of powers, having because he's the son of the president, but the president, his mother approved the relationship between them. So it kind of feels like she's in the side of her son, but I don't know how people would react to that. So I don't think it's possible for me. So now let's go to question number 2. At the beginning of the novel, Alex and Henry are enemies. Then they become friends and eventually lovers. What does people like to see this kind of relationship in fiction? This question is really interesting because once a friend of mine said, when I was a little kid, if a girl's fight with you, it means that she likes you because she's fighting against the love that she feels. And that was really, I don't know if I agree with that, but I know that, love and uh, loving someone and hating someone can have some kind of connection, but I just don't know. I don't know how to explain. It's how people say, um, I don't know the name, but the POV of the movie, it's good to see how people change at the beginning compared to the end of the movie. So it creates, I don't know, entertainment. I'm not sure. Do you know how to explain this, Nati? Why people like that kind of relationship?
I have no idea, but when I was a kid, I hear this show, if a boy don't like you, it's because uh, in truth he likes you. And I think it's a terrible advice for kids because the women are growing and accepted bad shit from the man because deep inside he likes her. He just doing this because he likes. So I don't know if it's a great conception about enemies to love. I don't like very much kind of uh, conception.
Yeah, me too. I don't like the concept of enemies and then turning into love. That doesn't make sense for me. But at the same time, it does in certain occasions. I just don't know how to explain. What's your opinion,
I think you
Marcio?
are a romantic. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
In my opinion, about this question, here in Brazil, for example, this history exists a lot in the soap operas. A long time I watch in the television this case about the complicated relationship in soap opera in global television, global channel is happening a lot. Woman and men different cases they complicated relationship this new movie I believe is success about this case involve Prince and the son the president USA together they complicated the relationship. The people like a lot watch this case because it exists action entre fights and the another things. Every moment happening different thing. I think it is extremely the people about the complicated relationship.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for your answer, Marcio. Now let's go to question number three. I know you guys haven't watched the movie, but I think it's possible to answer. In what ways does the novel address the concept of coming out in the public eye for individuals in powerful positions? This question is like, I want you to answer like if you feel that there's any difference between a public person and I don't know, anonymous one, if you feel that coming out it's the same for them or is it different? What do you think, Nachi?
I think it's different because me, if I give my opinion about some topic, no one's care because no one know
Yeah.
me, so I can talk about everything and be honest. But when you are a public person, you have um, some images that you have to show and you have to follow, like I don't know how to say in English, cartilha, because your fans and the person that follow you expect some behaviors of you. So sometimes you are, well, let's suppose you agree with the guys get married, but you can say this because there's a lot of religious persons and other kinds of person that hate these things. So they have to lie sometimes. And if I was a politician, I will lie a lot.
Me too. I feel you. So, Marcio,
Yeah, I don't watch this movie and I don't read this book, but about this question, I think the people have several problems when I forgot the name, exposição your in public about a relationship, or another case in the history. We have different history. I forgot the name, scandals. The case, for example, I remember now the president USA, Bill Clinton, and the secretary, Monica, I forgot the name, the secretary is the big the name scandal in the I believe this the people see this problem about concept, your for a public your position.
Yeah, perfect. Um, so I really agree with Nachi. I think when you're a public person, if you are different from what society expect you to be, like if you're not heterosexual, you need to come out, you need to tell everyone. And if you are any way different, you have to tell them because it's part of the price of being a celeb, of being, you know, a politician, a public person. So it might be different because you have to tell, you cannot choose to live your life in secret, because once somebody discovered this, they will say that you were lying, you were pretending to be somebody you weren't. So, I mean, they could live together hiding for everyone, but I think it would be worst if somebody, you know, discovered the whole romance between them. So the easiest thing was to tell everyone at once, because then they could, you know, just live their lives. So just like Matthew said, if I came out to people and nobody cares. Actually, there are certain group of people, the homophobic ones, that they care. They're saying you're wrong. You shouldn't be like this. You are broke and things like that. But I don't care. So I think it's really different. Now let's go to question number 4. Do you have any favorite movie cliches? What are some fiction cliches that you actually like? Do you have some, Marcio? Some cliche that you remember?
Yeah. The movie cliche the movie uh, about relationship or
I mean,
fiction.
yeah, it's about love, romance, relationships.
The movie, the relationship. The first I remember the name in Portuguese, Lagoa Azul, is the success in the past. Nowadays, exists in this platform because a success a long time. Uh, Lagoa Azul. Another movie I watch, I enjoy a lot about a relationship. Your name em português, como eu era antes de você. This beautiful movie about a relationship I enjoy a lot.
Yeah, perfect. So you, Nati, do you have any cliche?
Yeah, I don't like romantic movie. I like more when have some comedy. So I have two movies that I really like. One I'm a little bit ashamed to to like this movie, but it's the Naked Truth with the I think it's Gerard Butler, yeah, the girl from Grey's Anatomy. Is this enemies to love? They hate each other in the beginning, and he discover they are really the right person for each other. And the other is not about the enemies to love, but very funny. That is, he's not that into you. That's a girl. She try a lot to be in a relationship, but the guys always run for her. And he met a guy and he started to give some advice to her, like a coach, a love coach. It's very funny.
Yeah, thank you. And I do have a favorite movie cliche. Actually, I don't know, just I can't say just one, but there's one it's a Brazilian movie and it's called oh I don't remember. I just forgot about it. I'm not sure because there's a book called Hoje Eu Quero Andar de Mãos Dadas and the movie I don't
Eu quero voltar
remember.
sozinho, é?
Yeah. Hoje eu quero voltar sozinho. It's about a blind guy and he falls in love with a colleague, a class colleague, and it's so beautiful, it's so, sweet. And I get emotional every time I watch them. And there's a bunch of, I don't know, movies like Heartstopper, Young Royals, that it's actually TV shows that I like. And sometimes I think about movies, but it's actually a book that I read, and in my mind, I think that's a movie because I have the whole story like in my mind. So that's the things that I wanted to say. And actually, I was searching about a thing that I've heard about politician, a famous one who were not gay, but do you guys know Barack Obama? The ex-US president. Yeah, people saw some letters that he wrote to his girlfriend, and he was like, "You see, I make love to men daily, but in the imagination." And people discovered that some letters might be, I don't know, it might pass the image that he was bisexual or that he likes guys too. And I was really, surprised, not in the way of, oh my God, he's gay, but like it's good to see like people saying this. I just don't know why. But he said another thing like my mind is androgynous to a great extent, and I hope to make it more. So until I can think in terms of people, not women, as opposite to men. He's like saying that he might have feelings for men too. So now here we have a real example of, I know, a possible not heterosexual person in politics. But, anyway, now let's go to question number 5. Why are there still people who believe in the idea of a monarchy? Should it be abolished? I just don't know why. I think it should be abolished because it doesn't make sense. A group of people, a family having so much power, and this power was not, I mean, the power they construct and they got this power through, killing people, through war, to exploration, to, bad things. And I'm not sure if they could keep doing this because they have different rights, they have privilege, they can act in their own terms, even though they are in the UK, the England, but it should be abolished. I know it's cultural and we need to respect cultures as long as they don't hurt or they don't, make inequality in the world. And I think it doesn't make sense. A monarchy exists, but I don't know. I just don't know. Do you agree, Matthew?
Yeah, I agree with you. In several countries where exists the monarchy is cultural, is traditional. I think the people want to replace this government. In my case, for example, I have wish to visit one this government is monarchy in the future. It's possible for me. I visit England or another country more cheap because I think interesting this different culture where I can learn the life these people in this country.
Yeah. And Nati, what's your thoughts about the question?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think it should be abolished because, as you said, doesn't make sense. You have a family that suppose was chosen by God to rule the country. This doesn't make sense. And in some country, it's just more decorative. They have the parliament to make the rules and government, and they are there just to, oh, we have a queen here, a lot of people to so just give money. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
But here in
exactly.
Brazil has a lot of person that thinks monarchy should be come back.
Yeah, actually, there's a big group of monarchists here from Portugal, and they really think someday they will get to rule the country. And it's actually a bunch of people. It's a lot
Yeah.
of people, a big group, and
But for
it's
me,
really weird.
the most strange is because the parents of the deity kings in the past, they talk about each other as person from monarchy, like he's herdeiro do trono. We don't have monarchy here, so don't have throne to
Yeah,
this
I
person.
know that democracy and capitalism isn't perfect. Like it exists things like inequality, violence, exploration, and people dying. But I think monarchy it's worst. It's way worse than democracy and capitalism. So let's go to question number 6. Can you read it, Nachi? I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Okay. So, what do you choose? To be a prince with a health, popular, and privileged life, or to be son of the president of one of the most powerful countries in the world? Why? So, I would be hypocrite now because I should be a princess because to be a son of the president, they will want to be president forever. So the privilege will end. And if you are from monarchy, is your whole life with no preoccupations, you have no bills to pay, have a lot of people to do things for you. It's only benefit.
Yeah, give me that. So I think I was thinking about being the son of the president, but you changed my mind. I think being a prince, it's way better than being somebody's sons. You, Marcio, what would you choose?
So I think the good two position, one and the another. For example, the Prince Charles, 73 years with the prince. Now is a king. Uh, a, I forgot the name, a vida toda, this position, the police. But it's different when the son, the president, because it is acquisition one time for 4 years or 8 years. Uh, in my case, for example, I prefer the song presidents because it is one period after I mean free this compromise, for example, where I can live my life. I am free. I see the monarchy one. I forgot the name. Compromisso. Durante a vida toda, is necessário you live this government follow these rules and another things in that moment in your life you feeling I forgot preso the same case the princess Diana is the interview she is necessary more liberty in your life. In my case, I prefer the song, the president of USA or Brazil is the good.
Yes, I think you must change my mind. I don't want to be a prince anymore. I just don't want to live their life and follow the rules. But I wish I could get the privilege of not paying things and caring about money. But I think
So the
I
best
could.
is one in the lottery, so you can have the money of the prince and the anonymous of
Yeah,
the.
yeah. So yeah, but I think I could construct a career being the president's son, like getting important jobs and I don't know, doing things that could help me in the future so I could plan my life and then live it. Yeah, that's my answer. So Marcio, can you read the question number 7?
Yeah. Are there any real life examples of pro, pro, prominent individuals who faced similar challenges as Alex and Henry?
Do you know some couple or
Yeah,
some story?
yeah. Existe several cases, not princes and a son of the president, but here in Brazil, for example, the children's the celebrities. I see in cases about Alex and Henry because here in Brazil celebrates and soccer play, for example, your son have one life um, de exposição. I need to search this word because your father exhibition exposed. Então, here in Brazil existe soccer play, your children song existe case. The singer, for example, I don't remember this name now, but I see another moment the internet, the case, the song, the singer, and another celebrities the television existe the, the similar challenges as Alex and Henry.
Yes, I don't know one properly, like a real one, but I've heard about a journalist of the Global, and he was doing his job, but then people figured out he was gay, so people started to comment in his posts like, you shouldn't be a journalist, you shouldn't be at the television because you're gay, you're not supposed to be there, and you should hide this part of your life because you're a public person. And there's also people like BBB, BBB, who were like, there are rumors about their life, and then I don't know if they come out to people or if they just hide it because the rumors were, I don't know, true. Like I know one guy called Arthur. I don't know the full name, but there are screenshots of he talking to another guys and asking for, you know, dirty things, but he doesn't said anything about it, and people were putting pressure in on this, and they were saying like homophobic things to him, and it's really hard to, you know, see everything and just normalize. Do you know something, Nachi? Some example?
I don't know if the same situation, but now I remember about Ricky Martin because he spent a lot of time pretend he was straight because he was very attracted for women and how his career was constructed in because of this, because the woman was very into to him. So he pretends a lot. He pretends for a long time to be straight. And the people are always asking if he was gay, and he has to lie. And I think what the people has if the guy is gay or no, it's not. Not necessary to ask. I think this is some interview, it's kind of things. And I was reading about one that he did, and the reporter, I don't know, he asked it in live if the rumors about his gay was true, and they was very constrangido with the situation because he was there to talk about his new song and the clip and kind of things, and the girl was just interested about his love life.
Yeah, now that you said, I remember about Pablo Alborán. I don't know if you guys know him. He's from Spain and he's actually gay, and he sings songs that are not like gay, are not pop songs. And then when people discover, it was like crazy because he doesn't seem like a gay guy. But I don't know as examples of romance properly.
I remember another, I don't know if you like it, Shadow of the Grace, but when they started to talk about the movie will be made, the first guy the first actor was Matt Boomer. He was very handsome and a good actor, but he's gay. And the person said, "Oh, he can't do this work because he's gay." And the guy will have a relationship with a woman. Was he's an actor? He could do anything.
Yeah, perfect. So now let's go to question number 8. How does the relationship between the British prince and the US president's son reflect the importance of international relations? What potential conflicts or alliances might arise from this dynamic? This question seems a little complicated, but I think it's really simple because I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the beginning of the trailer that we saw, his mother was like, we need to do a damage control. And it means they were pretending to be friends. And just because she was applying to be president again in the elections. So she needed the British alliance to get approved from the American society. So I think it's really, you know, important to her to have this sense of harmony and approval and support from the international community in order to her to get elected again, to get re-elected. So I think, you know, it's really, I don't know if it's possible to make this link between romance and international relations, but I don't know if, do you guys believe, is it possible to have a war because of a romance between two guys? Like, oh, we're not making agreements with you anymore? Like talking about the UK, do you believe is it possible to another countries get mad and say like, oh, we're not having agreements, commercial agreements with you anymore because your country are gay and we're not gay? Countries like Iraq and the conservative ones. I don't know. Do you guys believe the unity or this isn't
No,
important?
nowadays I don't believe this could happen. I think it's more a problem inside the country. So if you want a re-election, this could be a problem for you to obtain more votes, but a country stop to make negotiations with the other because of this, I think, because the money talks louder.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And Marcia, do you agree? Do you think does it matter?
In my opinion, I, I it is not possible this happening because not said about the president US, the new government in the future, another things. Another guy, the princess, the government is very hard because the several rules since a child is necessary follow. But I remember now here in Brazil, this case, the government, the state Rio Grande do Sul in the past or now, the government, I forgot the name, the uh, assumiu one relationship another guy the in your state different opinions, but uh, he get a new period in the government. This case is more 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 common. I remember now here in Brazil about government.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for the answers, guys. So now let's go to the last question. Imagine the public's response to a romance between characters from such powerful backgrounds. What challenges and advantages might they face? I mean, I think challenge could be having the society approval, but at the same time, they are really rich. So, they can be at home all the time, or they can buy things, can buy a place to be. So they can hide or they can just, ignore society because it is possible. But at the same time, I think challenging going to the street and people yelling at you and saying bad things, because once you are a public person, some people might think that they are allowed to insult you because you represent the public. You are public, you're not a person anymore. So some people just think that they can insult you and do dirty things with you. But I don't know. This question is complicated. I don't know how to answer this. I'm sorry, guys. To you, Marcio, can you help me?
Yeah, I agree with you said. Is the hard situation happening this case, the public is very very hard for approve in the monarchy government because it's traditional government in the another case, for example, the I believe is I forgot the name, DVD, the opinions, because one party approve, another party not approve, another party, the society is criticism and prejudice. This case is more hard for a new election in the future. But this case is very, very hard about the power, the celebrities.
Yeah, perfect. You, Nachi, can you add something to the question?
So I think if a person should be their self in this kind of situation, they should be prepared to haters, because will be people all the time think they should give their opinion about everything the other's life, so they should be prepared. But it's better you be yourself than you start all the time pretend.
Perfect. Thank you. So now, guys, we can end the conversation. But before we finish everything, I've sent you the feedback link, and you can just go there and evaluate the meeting and say things to me. It's anonymous, so I can see who have, wrote the thing to me. You can yell at me, insult me like, Victor, you need to improve this. You're so bad at English. You shouldn't be here. I'm just kidding. But you can say anything. You can give me suggestions, because I'm having a lack of creativity to write questions. Now I'm thinking about one, but I just can't develop it. So if you guys think of something, just tell me, and it will help me a lot. Okay. So
Thank you.
thank you, Nachi, thank you,
Thank
Marcio,
you.
and I
See
hope to
you.
see
Bye
you
bye.
again.
Yeah.